Oh, I believe the Bible is the inerrant word of God.
Really?
Yes, real Christians follow the exact teachings of the Bible.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, so you pick up snakes? What? No, that's dangerous. Well, in Mark 16:18, it says that those who believe will pick up snakes.
First of all, there's no imperative in that verse. Not a commandment to us, but rather a confirming sign of believers. And secondly, if you look at the context, it's not applied to every believer. In verse 16, it says, whoever believes and is baptized will be saved. And in verse 17, it says, these signs will accompany those who believe. It moves from individual believers to a group. We see these confirming signs later, especially in Acts. It's not every believer. Believers brought the sick to the apostles. They didn't heal them themselves. The point of these signs, as stated in verse 20, is to confirm the message. The Bible commands us to not test the Lord.
Skip. Okay, what were Jesus' last words? Oh, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. That's the ending in the Gospel of Luke, but in Matthew and Mark, his last words are, my God, why have you forsaken me? In John, he just says, it is finished.
Luke is the only one that explicitly claims what Jesus' last words were. It's recorded, Father, into your hands I commit my spirit. And when he had said this, he breathed his last. Matthew is recorded, he says, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then they go grab a sponge. Which lines up with John because he says it is finished after they grab a sponge. Matthew and Mark, it is recorded he cries out in a loud voice. So he says, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then they go grab a sponge. He says it is finished and cries out with a loud voice, I commend my spirit. No contradiction. The authors have different perspectives. Just because they don't mention all the exact same things, that does not imply they disagree with the other records.
Skip again. Okay. What were the number of animals on the ark? Was it 2 of everything, as it's written in Genesis 6:19-20, or 7 pairs of clean animals, as is written in Genesis 7:2-3?
God gave additional instruction to bring on more clean animals for sacrifice. This is confirmed by Genesis 8:20, which is why a few verses later in Genesis 7 it still says he brought on pairs of clean and unclean animals. No contradiction. You could cite more and more, but Mr. Pastor Paul, dig deeper into the context first. God bless.